I'm honestly really irritated that I had to resort to cheap, lousy bonus slides to make this video, all because my screen opening applications wouldn't stop acting rogue. One kept on cutting off the video after a minute or two, while the other was just being plain tedious with its overall operation. Well, alright, so this isn't intended to be a complaint video, so I should talk about what's mentioned in the title, the YouTube is over party. So what's up with this whole hashtag YouTube is over party on Twitter and the fuss all over the internet about YouTube lately? It's their new rules. That's what it is. And now I'm going to read the rules on the official YouTube support page. Advertiser-friendly content guidelines. Advertiser-friendly content is content that's appropriate for all audiences. It has little to no inappropriate or mature content in the video stream, thumbnail, or metadata such as in the video title. If the video does contain inappropriate content, the context is usually newsworthy or comedic, and the creator's intent is to inform or entertain, not to offend or shock. Content that may be acceptable for YouTube under YouTube policies may not be appropriate for Google advertising. Google's program policies provide additional guidance for what can be monetized, and advertisers also have their own standards and requirements for content. Content that is considered appropriate for advertising. Content that is considered not advertiser friendly includes but is not limited to sexually suggestive content, including partial nudity and sexual humor, violence, including display of serious injury and events related to violent extremism, inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language, promotion of drugs and related substances, including selling, use, and abuse of such items, controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedies, even if the graphic imagery is not shown. If any of the above describes any portion of your video, then the video may not be approved for monetization. If monetization is approved, your video may not be eligible for all available ad formats. YouTube reserves the right to not monetize a video, as well as suspend monetization features on channels that repeatedly submit videos violating our policies. So what this means is that if your video's title, thumbnail, or the content of the video itself has the things I just read out loud, then your video is at risk for being demonetized, hence why so very many creators are so angry, concerned, and worried. I mean, seriously, there are so many thumbnails with boobs, butts, guns, blood, bombs, and several others. Well, even one to thumbnails depicting penetration. I need not say more. I must say that I do agree that people shouldn't be using misleading thumbnails or titles because that just makes you look low, cheap, dirty, and desperate. Now, if we look at swearing, you'll see that there are thousands of video titles that have swear words. If we go into content, then we're talking millions of videos because many people love to cuss and talk dirty things on their videos. Now, while I personally don't deal with explicit things in my videos, I'm still concerned because what if I wanted to talk about something dark, like say poverty, horrific disease, a violent war, or a politician? Would that be considered too controversial for YouTube? I mean, I mainly create mobile gaming videos, random outdoor subjects, and occasional commentary videos like this one. With this new rule in place, it seems like I might not get to do that without taking a risk. I currently do not have ads or monetization on my channel, but even if I did, I shouldn't have to worry about my videos getting demonetized just because Google found unsuitable for advertisers that work through their ridiculous controlling logic. For real though, we live in a real world where there are lots of diverse things happening, so Google can't expect people to only create videos on roses, sunshine, rainbows, prancing unicorns, and canaries singing lovely melodies. It would make the site so boring, and no one would want to bother investing time in it. You know, there are a lot of things, ideas, and practices that I don't like, so I simply don't watch videos on things I don't like. Google should not force monetized creators to make content that a certain group would watch when the group can simply skip such videos. So as long as people aren't creating videos that are truly a threat, like a video plan to bomb Canada or something absolutely inappropriate, like say child pornography or someone filming their grandfather on fire or someone spearing their pet parrot, then there's no reason for them to demonetize people's hard work. From what I read, these rules have been in existence for a while, but were officially enforced on August 31, 2016. I have looked at some videos and channels specifically with swearing in mind to see if they were still afloat or not, and they were, but who knows for how long. Other high-profile channels felt the effect and took to the internet, especially Twitter, to share their frustration. Some people who made videos on subjects like acne, makeup, and depression had their videos demonetized and reported it on Twitter. Some creators, probably many actually, appealed some of this nonsense and some were actually successful. I don't know how serious Google is with these new rules, but hopefully something changes for the better. Not all creators have backed down from their roots, and some channels seem unaffected. In conclusion, all I can say is to keep up with the news and complain or appeal nonstop if a video becomes demonetized because of this. YouTube has and still does suffer from many issues, mainly the copyright system that many have been complaining about for the longest time. So we definitely don't need them to make it much harder for creators to make money. Advertisements are diverse, so therefore Google is more than capable of serving diverse ads to a wide array of channels without making pathetic, constrictive excuses. Alright, so I was supposed to shut up after talking about my conclusion, but you know what? I might as well just talk about what these best practices for creating advertiser-friendly content are, according to Google. So if you want to keep listening, you're welcome to keep listening, but if you're really bored and you're tired of listening to me yap, then get out of here. Hit that back button or just go to another website altogether. So here we go. Remember, context is key. We understand that high-quality content isn't always sanitized, especially when it comes to real-world issues. If your video has graphic material in it, you can help make it advertiser friendly by providing context. Use these best practices to successfully monetize your content on YouTube. Do follow YouTube's policy guidelines. Do use a title and thumbnail for your video that represents the content. Do create content that appeals to brand advertisers looking to engage with their content. This can increase the chances of finding an advertiser sponsor for your channel. Don't use explicit language or imagery in your title or thumbnail. Wait, hold on, I don't give this rule anymore. The policy guidelines, the title and thumbnails, the brand advertisers, the embedded promotions, the automatic checks, the community guidelines, the advertising controls. You are! Don't embed promotions for your own sponsors in your video, since this can create advertiser conflict, and you can learn more about that in the hyperlink on the page. How context is approved for ads. YouTube uses technology and policy enforcement processes to determine if a video is suitable for advertising. A video's availability in restricted mode does not affect its ability to be monetized. Automatic checks. We have trained systems that automatically check features of a video, like the video title, metadata, visual imagery, to decide how appropriate the video is for general advertising. Community flags. We depend on our user community to flag inappropriate videos for us to review. Learn more about how to flag video content in the hyperlink on the page. Advertiser controls. Brand advertisers have tools in their campaign settings to control where their ads may appear on YouTube, including targeting and or excluding audience demographics, topics, category, content. Advertiser controls. Brand advertisers have tools in their campaign settings to control where their ads may appear on YouTube, including targeting and or excluding by audience demographics, topics, category, and content appropriateness. If we receive a complaint from an advertiser whose ad served against your video, we reserve the right to disable monetization on your video if we determine that it did not meet our policy guidelines. Depending on the nature of the policy violation, videos can be removed from the site or age restricted. Monetization is disabled on age restricted videos, and Google will immediately stop serving ads on these videos. Request video review. If the content of a video you uploaded has been flagged as inappropriate for advertising, not advertiser friendly, and you believe that your video is eligible for monetization, you can request a manual review. Well, joy. I'm sure they're going to be receiving a lot of that after this. So that's that. I read all the rules on the advertiser-friendly content guidelines page, which is not the most exciting thing to listen to, but now you know.